All right, we are officially live, ladies. Welcome to our Integrity Fierce Unit Wednesday night meeting. Whoop, whoop. We have Jamie and myself on tonight, and then we have the amazing Miss Dakota from Las Vegas. And, and Dakota, don't take offense, but I'm going to just mute you.
That's fine.
So if I ask you a question or whatever, I'll unmute you, okay? All right. So do you want me to do announcements, Jamie? Or you want me to do announcements? Because I wrote, okay, gotcha. Okay, so quick, you're like Duck Crystal. Okay, quick announcements. So career conference is coming down, or coming down. It's usually like the 20th, 21st, or 22nd, 23rd. Next week, you can sign up for career conference. They're gonna announce like the different cities. I think you can already look at where different cities that it's occurring in. Don't wanna miss this event, you guys. I didn't get to do it for the meeting, but I'm actually going to give you a breakdown of like how many facial parties you can hold starting now and like putting aside like just $10, $15. You know, if you're able to go one locally, you don't have as much expense. I know some of you are traveling a little bit further, but even it's just 2 days, actually like a day and a half. You know, if you can carpool with somebody that's a little bit further, that's going to save on gas. Typically, if you have to stay overnight, 4 of us pair up in a hotel room. Cost is usually $95 for registration, but then you get, what is it, Jamie, like $40 back?
40.
Okay, so you get $40 in retail product from the company just for attending. So if you subtract that from that, technically it's like $55. But really great event. Definitely don't want to miss it. Star quarter ends March 15th. So you still have plenty of time to be a star consultant. Placing a $600 order this month, February, and the beginning part of March would make you a star consultant first level. We say stars drive cars. You get to pick us awesome prizes. When you're a star, you get first priority on boarding. We're coming out with some amazing products. We'll be announcing those. Well, the company will be announcing them February 1st. If you're a star consultant, you can order them as early as the 10th of February. If you're not a star consultant, you can't order them until the 15th. When you're a star as well, you have a website, the 5 zip codes you put in first, you pop up before any other consultants. I've had a lot of customers come from this as well as team members. And I think that's all I have. Did you have anything else?
PCP. So the PCP mailers are coming out, I believe they're February 5th. Yes, we wrote it down for
February 7th.
February 7th, yes. So if you enrolled in PCP, your mailers are going to start coming out, and I'm going to post some scripts as well as Crystal for how to reach out to your customers to kind of touch point when those should be showing up at the house.
Yes. Super important. Okay.
Yep.
Then did you want to do product of the week, or you want me to jump into like a little bit of the training?
Yeah, I'll do product of the week really quick, and then you can add your part in on how you use this product, like little buzzwords to use.
Okay.
So product of the week, Crystal and I decided that for the first parts of product of the week, we're going to be doing all products that are featured in the facial that we normally do day in and day out, right? So we're pretty familiar with them, but sometimes we don't always know like more about those products. So for example, microdermabrasion is what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to give you guys a little insider on like how I buzz it in my facials that makes it sell really, really well. So microdermabrasion is alumina oxide crystals. They're rounded to exfoliate, not cut your skin. And the microdermabrasion is actually precious gems. It's the same thing precious gems are made out of. And when you massage it in an upward-outward motion in your skin once to twice a week, it actually will help remove dead skin layers, acne, pitting, and scarring, fine lines, and it just helps resurface the skin. Most of the time in a spa or salon, these are 100 to 200, which is just crazy to me. And I want you to know the use-up rate is like a year to year and a half. So this is actually, I'm going to give you, starting now, exactly what I say in my facial classes, and I sell a lot of microderm, okay? So take notes. Ready? Grab your pens and papers. So I always, when I have them put it on, I say, scoop up. I like it. Scoop up your microderm. I'm going to have you go ahead and rub it in between your fingers so you can feel the grit. It's gritty like sand. I want you to know what you're feeling before you put it on your face, right? And then I say it's aluminum oxide crystals rounded to exfoliate, not cut. Makes your face baby butt smooth for like a week. You're going to be running around like a freak. You're going to be like touching your face. You're going to be asking people to touch your face. You're going to walk up to people and go, touch my face. And people always laugh. And then I say, it just feels really, really great. Just be really careful. If you've never exfoliated before, you want to make sure you don't go too heavy. You know, sometimes you can get into the science of it, aluminum oxide crystals. But let me tell you, it's all about reading your party. If your party's like doesn't want to know, if they're party people, they don't want to know about the science. They just want to put it on and laugh and take it off. What do you got to add, Crystal?
Well, first, I just want to, I'm going to unmute Dakota. So this is Tara. She's from Alaska. Say hi, Alaska.
Hi, Tara.
And then we got Vegas in the house, and Washington, and California. What's up? All right.
Look at us. We're all over the place.
We are, girl. We're almost international. All right. So I'm going to mute you. And then I'm going to mute you back again, Miss Dakota. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm sorry, you're going to hear a phone ringing. Who has landlines anymore? So I would say, I say kind of similar, definitely similar. I just tell them, it's a strong exfoliant. You only want to do this once or twice a week. I even caution them, like, before they apply it, I'm like, all right, you guys, don't get this around your eyes. I know you guys are going to want to, like, scrub your faces super hard. I'm like, but be gentle. I do bring up, like, the apricot scrub. I think that's, like, a key thing, how it's way better than apricot scrub, right? Because apricot scrub is made up with walnut shells, and it's going to scrape and rip your skin. What else do I tell them? Oh, whether I do it during the strong exfoliant portion, the refine process, or sometimes I tie it into when they're doing the pore minimizing serum, I'll tell them, Jade actually taught me this, is that a little science behind it, how a lot of people get microdermabrasions because especially if acne scarring or pitting, it starts to fill in the scarring because it tricks your skin to do cell turnover quicker. And Jade's the one that taught me that. She said, as a baby, your skin does a cell turnover every 7 days. That's why your skin heals super quickly when you're a baby. And then whatever your age is currently, that's how many days it takes for your skin to do a cell turnover. And I'm like, ooh, that means for me, it's almost 40. So doing a microdermabrasion means that you're doing that cell turnover quicker. So you're going to have more like youthful looking skin. So yeah, that's kind of what I have.
Nice. Very cool. I like it, Crystal. Those are good little tidbits.
Right. And something I do want to bring up about the microderm, because people ask this. So as you know, the microderm is sold as a set. It comes with the refine process and the pore minimizing serum. A lot of times people ask me, well, can I just buy the scrub? I tell them, absolutely, you can buy the scrub. But here's the thing. It works a lot better with the pore minimizing serum because you're doing the strong exfoliant, opens up the pore. The pore minimizing serum is going to seal off the pore, and we want it to be sealed off. It's going to just work better together. So if that ever comes up, that's how you can explain it to them. So yeah.
Yes, and the pore minimizer is actually silk tree bark extract and other extracts that calm the skin. So when you're putting the pore minimizer on, you're calming the skin down. I always like to say it's like shaking the skin up and then you calm it down. And so when you're using the pore minimizer, especially when you're like me and you got the big pores, it's going to help tighten the wall of your pore. It doesn't actually shrink your pores. There's nothing out there that can shrink your pore. Your pore is the size that it is, but you can tighten the wall. And when you do that, it makes it appear smaller, which is awesome.
Okay. Before we kind of dive into the training, I do want to give a huge shout out to the two consultants that are watching live tonight. Both of them filled out their accountability form. So congrats, ladies. And I so appreciate you. You two should celebrate that. And the accountability form should not make you feel bad. So Jamie and I as directors, we have a weekly director meeting every single week. It's actually Tuesday mornings, and we have an accountability form. And sometimes we're the queens and our names get a shout out. And sometimes, we're like, ugh. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been times where I have a crappy week and I'm like, oh, I don't want to fill this out. They're gonna see that I have $0, but it holds me accountable. And that way, if I want to go back and like check, you can see your improvement, if that makes sense. So I'm really proud of you ladies for filling out your accountability form. So huge shout out to both of you. And I'm just going to kind of like look through this really, really quick. I want to give Miss Tara a shout out. Her big exciting news for the week was that she had the courage to ask a store owner to place a lead generating box in her tanning salon. So Miss Alaska in the house, I would love for you. How did that go? Let me unmute you here. Here we go. How did that go?
It was actually fairly easy. Thankfully, I work with her. So, at my regular job that I do, and I just feel really embarrassed to be like, hey, can I do this? And then so I just like I ran into her and I gave her a big hug and I said, hey, I just have a question for you. And I completely understand if it's a no, but I was just wondering if I could put a lead generating box or a facial, like I can't remember how I worded it, but it was kind of like a raffle box at your salon. And her only thing that she's a little bit cautious about is that she does get a lot of different type of consultants that come through her tanning salon. And so sometimes people will put them there and then they like just keep them there forever. And then somebody else will come along and ask. So she said that she absolutely does not mind doing it, but just as like a 1 month thing and then take it away and then maybe a couple months later put it back out. So that at least gave me the courage to finally just ask somebody and say, hey, can I do this? Because I do not have the courage to do that with a complete stranger quite yet, but I'm getting there.
Well, I'm really proud of you going out of the comfort zone and doing that. And that's awesome, even if you get to keep it there for a month. And, you know, maybe that's something too, you could work out something where, I don't know if she would allow you to do like a pampering session there and like it builds business for her. Or, you know, you can even share the referral thing with her in terms of like, you can take some business cards from her. And if anybody asks, you know, about like tanning salons or whatever, you can be like, here's your business card. I do that a lot with a lot of my businesses, you know, working at Full Circle type of thing. But I'm really, really proud of you, girl. Congrats.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So I'm going to meet you again. And then I want to give a shout out to Miss Dakota here. She's like, whoa, Miss Dakota. Let's see this. She got $300 in sales for the week. Congrats, Miss Dakota. So you are our queen for being on this. Congrats. She saw Two Faces, which is awesome. And just reading through this. That's it. The rest of it, I'll contact you separately. But congrats, Miss Dakota, on getting some money. And you're unmuted. So that was a facial party?
Oh, I didn't realize that. Sorry.
That's okay. So you had a facial party?
Yes.
And
I was the bride.
Nice, nice, awesome, awesome. Well, congrats. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, she was sweet. They were fun.
Good. Love to hear that. All right, so I'm gonna mute you again. Okay, there we go. All right, so do we want to jump into the training, Miss Jamie?
Yeah, I wanted to say, isn't it crazy, you guys, how easy it is to make money in this business when you just do the work? Like, I sometimes am like, I'm mind blown. Like, I literally sit here and I'm like, like the other day I had a facial just like Dakota where it was like 2 people, 3 people, and sold like $300. And I was like, how? Like, I just made $300 in 2 hours. You break that down, that's like $150. Like, what? Like, people wait 40 hours a week to make that stuff. It just blows my mind. I'm just.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. And it's funny because like, there's been times where like I have like a slow week and then I'll have like a customer reorder come in. I'm like, well, where'd that come in from? You know, and then you're like, oh, cool. Like I woke up to like $180 order and I didn't have to do anything. It was from the comfort of my bed. So, all right.
Dive in, Crystal.
Whoop, whoop. So I reposted it on our unit page. If you missed it, I went live in our Love National area today about Valentine's Day. I reposted the link in our unit page. So definitely please watch that playback. It's a 10-minute video, 10 or 11 minutes. So I'm just going to quickly like highlight some of the things that I touched upon for you ladies to really maximize your Valentine's Day. Like this is super crucial. So I've already sold $300 for Valentine's Day, and we're not even in February yet. Last year, I sold $1,800. I would love to double that. That's my goal, to double that. And it was all to guys, because guys don't like to have to worry about shopping. So I'm going to repost in my unit. Jamie, feel free, you can share it. I put it in the love area as well, but I've been sending out a script to all my male friends. So make a list of all your male friends. or girlfriends that you know that have husbands, okay? And I sent out this script to them and it said, hey, stranger, hope all's been well with you. Pretty much like in a nutshell, I'm here to help you with any of your Valentine's Day gift needs. And I have 2 flyers that I presented to them and I said, here are some ideas for gift giving. And one person already bought the, I posted in our unit page, the $150 travel roll bag with all the satin sets in it, super cute. And I posted on there too, like the labels that you print out and attach. Last year, that's how I made the most money. I sold 15 of those bags, you guys, 15 of those bags. So reach out to everybody, you know, just kind of put it out there to the universe. Anything I'm posting on my Facebook page, I've always told you guys, make it public, or I make it public so you can repost it. The other thing I'm gonna start doing, I'm gonna come up with a script tonight, is I'm gonna start hitting up all my girlfriends and telling them like, hey, don't forget I'm here for Valentine's Day if you need anything for your significant other, or if you wanna refer them, or refer them to me, that way they get you something you're wanting, you know, please make sure you do that. The other suggestion is next week, I'm gonna start heading out and hitting up fire stations, police stations, car dealerships. And I've actually been planting the seed with my really good customers, just saying, hey, would your company allow me to stop in and show some gift baskets for Valentine's Day and see if anybody wants anything? If you currently don't have inventory, don't allow that to discourage yourself. Make a flyer with different gift sets. You can get a lot of ideas off of Google and put different, you know, different priced items, you know, from like $25 all the way up to the $150 travel roll-up bag. And just tell them like, hey, I can work within whatever budget, like what is your budget? You know, ask the questions, do they prefer skincare or makeup, and customize a gift set. And it doesn't have to be all Mary Kay, you know, sprinkle some candy in there. You know, Dollar Tree has the cute little heart-shaped dollar chocolate boxes, or they have like balloons. I'll offer them like, do you want me to throw a couple balloons in there, right? And then of course, you know, increase the pricing a little bit for the gift wrapping, or if you get the balloons, but I'll just show you quickly like some things I got. And again, don't spend a ton of money either. These were at Target. These were $3. They say, I love you on the top, and they're clear. So you can put like some shred in here, put like the satin lips in here, super cute. These were also at Target, $3. They came as a set of 2, same thing, you know, put like, if they like coffee, put a thing of coffee in here and maybe do the satin lip set. You know, you could charge $30 for this, you know, gift wrap it, put it in cellophane. Cute gift bags. These I got at Target, $3. They're made for like goodies, but they're cute, right? They have hearts, they have like stickers on them, super cute. These, Dollar Tree, they're heart-shaped glitter. I just attach them. And this was like this one's really demolished. This is from last year, but you'll get the idea. I put it in clear cellophane, but it has the Thinking of Love perfume. I put this really cute ribbon on there with this, and this is a heart-shaped stuffed pillow with sequins on it. So like just think of where there's a lot of guys and just put yourself out there, you know, hit up your friends, family, current customers, and just say, hey, would your company allow me to stop by? What's a good day for me to stop by? Or take a flyer and just put yourself out there, you know. But if you're quiet about it, nobody's going to buy from you. So I'll post a couple of the scripts I'm using. Something I'm working on as well. February is a really great month to book because you know why? There's single people out there. So offering to do a Galentine's Day pampering session, like hello, how fun, right? So I'm going to work on a flyer for that. That way you ladies have that, and me and Jamie will share that with you all. But how fun, like put it out there, like Galentine's Day, are you single? Do you need some girlfriend time? Well then schedule a pampering session, you know, make it light and lovely, you know, it's awesome. So that's what I got for you ladies.
That's actually a really good to play on Galentine's Day. Last year, I actually used that as a booking, a warm chatting strategy. Mm-hmm. So, you know, going out instead of honoring working women or, you know, just like the standard warm chatting, just going up and asking, hey, you got plans for Valentine's Day? And then we had an event at our studio in Vancouver. So I know you guys have a studio close to you as well, or maybe you don't, but you can get a facility or location. And you basically just create an event, and then you start inviting people and just say, hey, we have a Valentine's Day evening event, and you just create it and run with it. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've created an event out of nothing and ran with it and got people to come just by saying, hey, what you doing later? You know?
Then they run away. I saw you shaking your head, Dakota. Even you two, Vegas and Alaska, not having a studio, you know, something that you could do, Dakota, I don't know if you guys have a long table. You could dress it up super cute if you have fold-up chairs and set up in your living room and invite people over and just, you know, do it. She's like, what? And do it there. Just an idea of, wait, hold on. Let me unmute you. Boop. What'd you say?
My Christmas tree is still up, okay?
Okay, well then that might be a problem.
Yeah.
You could just triple book or quadruple book and run from house to house like the Cupid. I almost said the Cupid fairy, but just like the Cupid. You know, you run around and you do little mini facials.
Yeah, exactly. And there's so many ideas, you guys, with Valentine's Day. Like it's stupid. Like this is a holiday. If you miss the boat on Christmas, don't miss the boat on Valentine's Day. Like seriously, it explodes. And it's funny, like the script I'm going to post later on what I've been just sending out through Facebook Messenger. I've gotten so many hits, like people like, hey, yeah, you know what, hit me up. At least I'm planting the seed now. And I'm going to follow up with them again next week and just be like, hey, I'm taking pre-orders so I can make sure to have your products in time and I can get them delivered in time. And then I'll probably hit them up again like beginning of February, like, hey, the deadline is nearing for when I can have product. But even if you invest a little bit in some products, you can do like little gift baskets, have those on hand and have them in your trunk ready at all times, because you never know when you're out and about. And if you happen to like be in front of a friend, or even as you're doing facials, like bring it up now. I had a facial party last week. She made a wish list and I told her, I said, hey, if you're not able to purchase this in the next week or so, tell your husband Valentine's Day is coming up, and that way you're getting the products you want versus gifts that you're not going to really want. She's like, oh my God, that's such a good idea. And I'm like, have him contact me. I'm like, just make sure you know it's my number. That way, if you go through his phone, you're not like, who is this person? Oh, it's Mary Kay, right? So just work it full circle, you guys. And then I don't want to take up much more time. So Jamie, go for it.
I have 2 more things to add for Valentine's Day that I was just thinking about. 2. So one idea that I had was temptation baskets work for Christmas. They also work for Valentine's Day. So you take a basket that you get from the dollars, from like a thrift shop or something. You fill it up with little, you know, you can do little mini cute with candies and hearts and things, different price points, and you throw it in the basket and then you just walk around with it. So many people have just stuck it in their cart when they go shopping or just carry it around. I will tell you, they want to know what's in your basket. Like when you walk past somebody and you're carrying a basket, they're like, what? I want to know what's in that basket. And they come over and they start talking to you. Not only is it an opportunity to warm chat that person, and you can book them on the spot for, like, let's say if you know what your schedule looks like, you can book them on the spot, but you also can sell them product through that temptation basket. And then the last idea I had was rose promos. So rose promos are huge this time of year. For Valentine's Day, I actually did a rose promo a few years back at like a fancy steak place, and they let me come in for 2 hours. I had wooden roses. The wooden roses are those like 8 cents a piece, so they're super cheap. But if you have to, you can get creative and you can get like real roses. It's a bit of a markup to do that, but it's worth it. In 2 hours, we had 50 leads each. So 100 leads came out of that place. I actually got 2 team members out of that session, and they signed on the spot because I pre-profiled them and met them on Valentine's Day. So a true story, it does happen. Rose promos are amazing.
They are. And that's really smart. That's even like me and Janet are going to be, we have a couple rose promos. We're going to hit them both up on Valentine's Day because I'm like, girl, it's going to be busy. We should be hitting those up. So it's really smart. And something for both of you ladies that are watching this live, anybody watching the playback. So I posted, I believe Jamie posted it too in your unit. There's a new like, what is it? A questionnaire that you send out to your guests to pre-profile them, and it's a attachment that you send. So I make sure if you're going to use that, I have been asking every hostess that I talk to, I'm like, can your phone accept picture text messages, because there's still people old school, but their phones cannot accept picture text messages, okay? So most of them have said yes, but I've been a little hesitant. I'm going to be honest with you and transparent with you guys as a sales director on sending these questions, because the last one says, would you be willing to watch a video about what I do? And I've always been like, oh my God, what if they're like, oh my, no, right? And I'm like, that's so stupid. If they say no, no big deal. Guess what, you guys? I booked 6 appointments yesterday. Every single one of them responded back to the questions. Every single one of them said, yes, I'm willing to watch a video. So it's like planting the seed already about what we're doing prior to me even getting to the appointment. I'm excited to see what happens with this. The other thing, there was something else I was going to tell you guys, and I drew a blank, so it's okay. Do you have anything else, Jamie? Or, yeah, do you have anything else, Jamie?
No, we just had the last announcement, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to post the flyer. So you tell us all about it, Crystal.
Woo! All right, so we're doing a challenge for you ladies. It starts tomorrow. Yeah, it starts tomorrow, and it's going to end, what did we say? 31st, right? 31st. So we're calling it Challenge of Calls, okay? So the challenge is we want you guys to book us for share calls, AKA training calls, okay? I want you to think of everybody. It could be your boyfriend, it could be your husband, it could be your mom. Like, we just want you to do training calls, but ultimately we want you to think of like women in your lives that are like quality and you want to work with them, even if they don't sign up, okay? So we said, why don't I have it in front of me? Do you have the flyer in front of you, Jamie?
No, but I know things.
Go for it.
Okay, so basically what we're challenging you guys to do is when you get 3 calls with your director, you actually earn a $20 value gift. And when you get 6 calls and 1 team member, you actually get a $50 gift. And here's the deal, you guys, this gift. So Crystal and I really thought about what would we want to work hard for. And the answer to that is February 1st, we're announcing all the new limited edition products that are coming out.
That's
Crystal
so awesome.
and I have access to those products now. And so we were like, I bet you that they probably would love to be able to have limited edition gifts that they could choose from when they finish these calls. So one thing I will tell you guys that I am always on top of, and I know Crystal's right there with me when it comes to calls, think of it like this. When you put a person in front of me or in front of Crystal, our goal is not like, let's just push these people into the ground and recruit them. It's not about that. It's about getting them to watch a video and ask the questions that they would want to know if they were considering this as a position, right? They really want to know, what do you really want to know about this business? And furthermore, 3 is the word I'm going to use. 3 things I always try to get out of every share. First of all, I want to get to know the person, right? Oh, sorry, things are popping up on my phone. The first thing I want to do is get to know the person, right? And I also want to find out if they want to sign up with us and be a part of our tribe, if they want to buy product from you, right? So if you get on the phone with me, I'm going to try and sell product to that person. Or 3, I'm going to book an appointment with them. So you're going to leave with potential team member, potential sales, or a potential new booking on your books. And that's what us as directors, that's what our job is to help you really, really focus on filling your books and building your unit, because that's where our sweet spot is, right? So what do you have to add to that, Crystal? Because that's what I do for shares.
No, I think that's absolutely perfect. And ultimately, whether you're a more seasoned consultant or not, I've had more seasoned consultants in the past that I've done like these sort of, share call blitzes, if you want to call it that. And they've always told me like, dang, even though I've been doing this business for a while, that really like triggered something for me, Crystal, because you hear us as sales directors ask certain questions. And it's really like what you said, Jamie, getting to know the person, seeing how this business could relate to them. And ultimately, like what you said, I'm not here to force anybody to work. I want people that want to do stuff with this business and want something from the business. I don't want just bodies, like that's not going to serve them any purpose or me. So anyways, we got to wrap this up, ladies. So do you have anything else, Miss Jamie?
No, I just had a thing pop up and said we have no more time. So
Yeah.
I love you guys, and it was great to see you, Dakota and Tara, and I can't wait to see you guys again next week. And I'm hoping that some Integrity Unit will be